Hope everyone's been well. I have been training on the bar recently at my work. It's mostly been pretty okay. I really don't mind it that much. I seem to be doing fine with it. Just some like little things like, you know, different drinks have different garnishes and little things like that I will forget. But I'm like remembering how to make the components of the drinks, which is good. But there's these, so we also have these things, they're called signature drinks, they're like lemonades and shit, right, whatever. And they're in these like plastic, they're called Craftco, whatever, containers, right, these like, you know, like a big plastic jug to hold all the juice in, right? And it's attached to the machine. And, there's a bunch of parts in it, like, to cool it, to make it, like, mix the juice inside, you know, whatever. And at the end of the night, you have to clean that stuff, right? So whatever, I take it off, I disconfigure it, and I wash it, whatever. But then I go back. And so there's 3 different containers, all next to each other, right? And they all seemingly have the same parts. So it seemed to me at the time that those parts would be interchangeable. They all look like the same machine. Why would they not work on each one, right? That's what I was thinking. And I had completed the first one. I completed the third one, but the one in the middle, there was a metal piece that was not able to like fit, and so I couldn't put it together. And I just kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Is this user error? Why isn't it fitting? And so I take the whole plastic part off, because I'm like, okay, maybe the plastic's too far up and it's lifting it, and that's why the piece won't connect. And so, but then I couldn't get the plastic part back on, and so I just kept struggling for, oh my god, it was a whole ordeal. It was awful. But that's in the past now. I'm back, and we're gonna play Tsukihime. Hi, Ivan, how are you? Oh my god, that's funny. On my OBS I can see that, but on my computer I cannot see those emotes. I wonder why. Let me refresh it. Yeah, enough about my work. We're gonna be playing Tsukihime today. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to refresh, and it's not. It's like loading indefinitely. Hold on. What is going on? This site can't be reached. What? Why not? Okay, hold on. No internet? What is that? What do you mean I have no internet? Okay, maybe it'll work now. Okay, it works now. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I can see the emote now. Okay, anyways, back to Tsukihime. A lot of crazy shit happened last time. That's for fucking sure. Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? Like, what? Why did that happen? Like, what the fuck? I am a scarred, sweet summer child. Like, I am so traumatized. And somehow we're back at our house after that whole ordeal. I assume it's because Arkwood took us back here. But like, oh my god. And the fact that she was like, no, it is my fault. No, it is not your fault! That's crazy. Or that she deserved it or something like that. I mean, you know, wording might be a bit off. But like, she felt guilty. And I'm like, you have, like, no! It's morning. I grab my glasses from the bedside, put them on, and open my eyes. We need to, like, duct tape those glasses to his head. The sky is visible through the window. Wait, the sky visible through the window is a peaceful shade of blue. Is that the same color when you met Aoko? I think her name is. It's been a long time since we saw her. It was at the beginning of the game. I wonder if we'll ever see her again. Maybe we will in Seal's route? I don't know though. Maybe not. Maybe she's like more in routes that haven't released yet. I do not know. Despite it being such a bright and beautiful morning, my own feelings are shrouded in darkness. Excuse me. There's no need to ask why. The sight of Arcoed's profile as she apologized to me remains lodged in my brain. Let's just both forget... Forget what? The assault in the alleyway? Or about Arcoed entirely? Either way, it's impossible. I can't forget a single thing about her. You do not deserve her, Shiki. Nuh-uh. I stare fixedly at my hands. My fingers still remember her body. Jesus. The feeling of her smooth skin, her rising body heat. My regrets are innumerable. If she killed me right then and there, I wouldn't have blamed her. Even so, nothing will change the fact that I acted selfishly. Well, yes. Well, yes. You did! At the time, why couldn't I just think rationally? What if instead of pawing at her like an animal, I'd caressed her as a human being if I had? Well, you'd still need consent to do that, bitch. Like, it doesn't make it better if you did it with good intentions if she's not okay with that. Like, does he not realize that? I grind my teeth at my selfish thoughts. It wasn't the sight of her golden eyes that made me lose myself. The simple truth is that at some point I started being serious about her. Without really knowing why, I was completely charmed. For a long time now, probably ever since the moment she said she'd forgive a psychopath like me, I've been crazy about her. I don't give a damn about Roa. She's the only thing that matters. Roa? Who's Roa again? Is Roa the teacher? Or is Roa, I think so. I think Roa's the teacher, right? Obviously, we don't give a damn about the teacher, though. I think it's best if we don't see each other anymore. I can't get that lonely smile out of my head. I'm beatboxing. It's really too late. If only I'd realized sooner, I'd never have given her a reason to make that face. Oh, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. Oh, if you realized you were in love earlier, you wouldn't have assaulted her? Bitch, what the fuck? Are you stupid? He's like, oh, well, God, I can't even get into that. I can't even get into that! It's a morning like any other. His suite comes and wakes me up. Oh, my sweet queen. I head to the living room where I run into Akiha and Kohaku-san. After making some small talk, I leave for school. It's just like it always is. I had to put my life on the line to protect these ordinary moments. I should be satisfied. I didn't lose anything. You lost all my faith in you. You lost all my sense of respect for you. And yet, I feel incredibly hollow inside. Whenever anyone spoke to me, I could only reply absent-mindedly. I left the peaceful mansion on autopilot, just like a machine, just going through the motions. All of the students filtering through the school gate seem so cheerful. Everyone is abuzz with excitement at the prospect of tomorrow's days off.
そっか。今日は金曜日だったっけ?
I'd been so busy keeping up with Arcwood the past couple of days that I completely lost track of what day of the week it was. It was on a Friday morning that I first met her. She'd been waiting for me right here, at the intersection in front of the school.
あいつ、笑ってたんだよな。
She was like that from the start. Even though she was waiting to ambush the bloodthirsty stranger who had killed her, her eyes were sparkling with excitement.
なんでだろうな。理由ぐらいは聞いてみたい。
But I missed my chance. Never again will she come to the park at night. Deserved. I take my seat. 5 minutes? Like Shiki does, not Arkuid, sorry. I did not beat that about her. 5 minutes left until homeroom. Nothing to do now but stare aimlessly out the schoolyard.
おはようさん。ここんところ欠席が目立ちますが、ついに本気出してきましたか?
I allowed a heavy sigh. This is where we normally hurl abuse at each other, but I just don't have it in me this morning.
なんだよ、またえらく元気がないな。昨日は学校に来ない。来たら来たで抜け殻とはね。やだやだ。遠野がそんなんだと学校に来ても面白くもなんともない。
Arihiko shrugs his shoulders exaggeratedly.
悪いけど、今日は一人にしてくれ。いいだろう、俺なんかいなくても。お前には先輩がいるんだから。いや、むしろ俺がいない方がラッキーなんじゃないか。
あ？先輩って、俺3年に知り合いはいねえけど。
何言ってるんだお前。先輩は。
Trail of mid-sentence. What senpai was I thinking of? Wait, we don't remember Seal. Wait, how are you playing this? This doesn't come out until June. This is the remake, right? I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good too. Thank you. Oh my god, there's so many messages at once. I got overwhelmed. It's a fan translation. Don't ask me about the details. I don't know anything about anything. I was told to play this actually by most people on Twitch wanted the remake first, and most people on YouTube wanted the remake first. So I don't know. I just did that. Also, why don't we remember Seal? What was happening? I don't know any of the third years, same as Arihiko. Well, ew, this is creepy. This is creepy. She used her weird church powers on us to forget her.
と、時間だな。そいじゃまた昼飯時に。
He's probably the best fan in this situation that we've met thus far. Arihiko's peak. He sneaks out through the door at the back of the classroom. But also, hi Moonlight, how are you? As he leaves, in comes Null Sensei, or not. It's the teacher from the next class over. Thank God she didn't come back. I hate her.
あれ、マクマ先生？ここ 2C ですよ。間違いました？
間違いじゃありませんよ。それがですね、皆さんのクラスの担任さんは今朝
Our laid-back math teacher breaks the news to us in a dull voice.
嘘！ノエル先生いねえの？
教師ってそんな簡単にやめられるものなんですか
？1週間持たないとか自由にも程がある。
やっぱビッチ系だったか、あの肉食。
Tsuke, mama time. Hi, Strange, how are you? I knew that cougar was just another slut. You know what? What do you mean, new game? This is the same Tsukihime I've been playing. A wail goes up from the young men that were in the Noel faction. I just nod along absentmindedly. Oh my, I'm so confused. I'm confused by you. What are you talking about? Does it look different? Same thing. Looks the same to me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's not worth my time. I've already accepted that everything's over. The woman called Noel only came here posing as a teacher in order to keep an eye on me, or rather to check if I was Roa. Oh! Right! That's who Roa is. Roa is the bad person that reincarnates and Arkuid hates. If she's disappeared... See, okay, yeah, a bunch of crazy shit did happen last time. Like, a lot. We learned so much. Wow. That is if he's telling the truth. I feel like he probably was telling the truth. I don't think he would lie about that, but I don't know. My theory is the kid that got adopted. See, if I hadn't had gone down that bad end, I wouldn't have known anything about this adoptive son, right? I mean, we did know there was another kid at the beginning because Shiki killed them, right? Supposedly, we think. But I think whoever that person was, adopted or not, probably didn't actually die. And that's probably who Roa is gonna I don't know, is gonna be Roa or whatever. Bad ends that give you more info, I like it. It's true. Well, they don't always do that, but it is cool when they do. If she disappeared, that means there's no longer anything of interest to her here. I've been thoroughly cut off from the world of vampires. The final thread connecting Tonoshiki's world to Arcuid has been severed. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna never see it coming if it ends up being Akiha. I really hope it's not Akiha, because I love her. I feel like it can't have been right, please. Classes have ended. Tomorrow is Saturday, so the instant homeroom ended, the other students scattered like newborn spiders. Well, that's it for my obligations as a student. The rest of the day is mine. I don't know what to do. I'm like a kite whose strings has been cut. The duty I felt to protect the city, to defeat the vampire, is gone. This is all my principles amounted to in the end. I should just let it all go. Pretending none of it ever happened would be the proper human choice to make. Arcuid is gone. Noah Sensei is gone too. And besides, I was in over my head with all that vampire business anyway. That executor said there's no such thing as a good vampire. Can I still believe that there are, even after seeing her like that? You're so stupid. It's a very human thing to get out while you can, wise even. Could be your last chance to move on like none of this ever happened. When it reaches I, a choice comes up, and at this time you deal. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was hoping that it wasn't my game glitching and the choice just not popping up and crashing, so I'm glad it was not that. The blonde boy also gave me a foulmost warning to that effect. Yeah, this is a good opportunity, Shiki. A chance to wash your hands of that whole violent affair and move on with your life. Oh my god, wait a minute. What if Shiki's the one who's adopted and killed the real brother? Haha. That'd be fucking crazy. Either way, Shiki killed someone. OMG. Seems like an important choice. I think it's stupid to forget all of this ever happened. Like, what a pussy choice to make, am I right? So, I'm not gonna be a pussy. Who do you think I am? I'm gonna see this through to the end. I gotta right my fucking wrongs at the very least. Let me try to make Shiki a somewhat better of a person with these choices. Shiki more like stupidky. What did he do? He murdered someone when he was little. Granted, we don't know if it was warranted or not. He killed Arcuid for no reason, just because he thought she was, like, stunning, and so he killed her. He then, assaults Arcuid, tries to sexually assault her, does sexually assault her. So, yeah, not a big fan of him right now. Oh my god. I'll never meet her again. I don't deserve to see her again. True. 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 Even so, I'll at least carry out my duty until the bitter end. I just want to take one last look at the woman I couldn't save. Jesus. Oh, good gracious. What a line. Oof! Good God! Okay, that is very impactful. But that, I can put these feelings to rest once and for all. Safety first! I'm in front of the site of the collapse. 6 days have passed since the inferno, and the area is completely silent. This park in front of the station used to be a site for relaxation. It's since become tragic ruins. In the past, this place was always bustling with people. People completely unrelated to me. People I'd never so much as crossed paths with. I can't write them off simply because I never knew them. And yet I have written them off simply because I never knew them. As it turns out, you can shelve all that guilt if you had nothing to do with it. If ignorance is a sin, every man is a sinner. If insincerity is evil, every man is a villain. Well, I don't think everyone is insincere. That's a little... Okay, the first one I agree with. The second one, I don't know about that. But from Shiki's point of view, probably. That's why there's no reason for me to apologize for the scene before me. Whoa. What is wrong with you? Well, a lot. We know that. I'm not gonna lament the deaths of people I've never met. That is so soulless. Like, mourning these people just because it's sad would be wrong. What? Farewells are moments of remembrance for the living. Chance to shed tears as you thank the departed for all their achievements as you reflect on how brightly they shone in life. To cry and apologize out of sadness is nothing more than a self-serving formality. I mean, I get what they're saying. I don't think that's always the case just for being sad about it, though. I mean, you can still be sad about something even if there's technically no reason. Bro thinks he's alpha wolf when he's the omega. So true. But I mean, like, I get what they're saying, but I don't know. That's why I can turn my back on this scene. Or at least I thought I could. Yes. 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 And yet I can't stay away forever. I'm not supposed to feel sad. Nor am I supposed to feel bad. Because you're a psychopath? Is that why? At the end of the day, I'm supposed to be a man concerned with his own survival. Even so, there's something about this that feels wrong. I can't bring down the curtain simply because I've lost everything. That's something that should only be done when you've accomplished all you set out to do and can hold your head up high. I get the feeling someone demonstrated that to me long ago. Some unknown individual from who knows where. Pretty sure he's talking about the red-haired girl. Is she gonna pop up right as I was talking about her earlier? Oh, my psychic abilities. I hear footsteps. I hope it's someone from the church, because, like, can you leave us alone? Shiki's finally doing some self-reflection right now. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn to see. Oh, here's the church, bitch. What the fuck? You erased yourself from our memory, now you're turning up now. You better be helpful, or I swear to God. Someone's wearing my school uniform, but I don't remember. Right. Even though I should recognize her, I can't even remember her name.
こんにちは。あなたも献花に来たんですか?
Yeah,
Yeah. 俺は
She doesn't look away from the foot of the barricade. Following her gaze, I see a great number of flowers swaying softly, their heads bobbing as if reminiscing about the deceased.
俺は自分を確かめに来ただけなんだ。それももう半分ぐらい答えは出た。結局俺は
I can't pretend that vampires don't exist. Not just the vampire called Roa, her too. I simply can't forget like this.
やっぱりそうでしたか。困った人ですね、あなたは。
Senpai doesn't so much as glance over at me. I make no attempt to meet her gaze either. I felt it was the polite thing to do in this situation, seeing as she's gone out of her way to come and give me some advice.
ロアを追うということは彼女を追うということです。その意味が分かっていますか？
分かってます。どの道俺一人じゃ何もできない。
分かっていませんね。彼女を追ってもあなたは殺されるだけです。アルクエイド・ブリュンスタットとはもうこれ以上あってはいけません。
それはどうして？
一度でも吸血衝動に負けた神祖はもう手遅れだからです。血を吸いたいという欲求は神祖にだってある。いえ、そもそも人間の血を吸いたいという欲求は神祖から人間に移されたもの。使徒は所詮人間の慣れの果てに過ぎない。私たち人間にとって正真正銘の怪物は神祖と呼ばれる始まりの吸血鬼。彼女にとってあなたは協力者である前に血液に過ぎません。
I don't care if you got some trauma with vampires, Seal. I don't give a fuck. You don't know Arkwood like I know Arkwood, bitch. You don't know. She might see a bunch of bodies as blood bags, but she doesn't see Shiki as one, and that's a fucking fact. So fuck you, bitch. You're just a little church asshole. Fuck you.
始まりってそれはどういう？
考えたことがないとは言わせません。
Vampires are so cool.
血を吸われたことで人間が吸血鬼化するのなら、その根源大元にあたるこの生命としての系統樹が異なる吸血種を人間の血なんて必要なく、人たちと同等、いえそれ以上の超越能力を持つ者たち。彼女はその神祖と呼ばれる一族の王族なんです。彼らには身分階級がありませんから。王族というのは正しくはありませんけど。
Her explanation leaves me at something of a loss for words. I'm surprised. I only said it because she felt so detached from the real world, but she really was a princess. Man. With a disposition so sunny it borders on airhead and a staggering disregard for common sense, she's not exactly the sort of princess you'd see in a picture book.
いいですか。神祖と呼ばれる吸血種には使徒たちよりはるかに業の深い吸血衝動がある。神祖たちはもともと人間の血がなくても生存できる。けれどその誕生にどんな間違いが起こったのか、彼らは唯一の欠点、それが吸血衝動。ただ人間の血が欲しいという思考性です。
How is a biological wiring a sin? Like, if they were born with this urge, they literally can't control that? That makes it less sinful? What the fuck are you talking about?
過去、神祖に襲われればこれに対抗できる人間はいなかった。そして血を吸われた人間はその時点で人間でなくなってしまう。原因は生命体としてのスケールの違
I
い
was
と、
biologically wired to do
彼
your
らが
mom.
血液を魂として捉えてい
Oh,
る。
you like fucking ashes? That's a little weird for me. Whether it's down to the sheer difference in life scale between us as a species, or whether it's by sucking someone's... Oh wait, why am I reading her line? I'm so stupid. You got automated. That's funny. I'm gonna deny it. LOL. Anyways, I need to read this.
神祖という強大な生命に血を奪われた時点で人間は人間ではいられなくなる。その神祖の分身、平たく言えば人形になってしまう。仮に血を吸う側の神祖がそれを望まなくとも。
思い出した。使徒は自分の血を送ることで人間を仲間にするんだっけ。逆に神祖ってやつはただ血を吸うだけで人間を犯すってことですか。
ええ。そして問題は彼らの吸血衝動には理由がないということです。理由がないから止めようがない。神祖という完璧な生命が内包した欠点、死に至る病とでも言えましょうか。彼らは血を吸いたいという衝動を抑えて生きています。それは理性で我慢をするといったレベルの話ではありません。具体的、物理的に彼らは持てるすべての力を使って
okay, maybe I was a little harsh. Maybe she's saying that maybe she's saying that we should stay away from Arkwood because it literally pains her to be around us. Alright, if that's the case, I'm sorry, Seal. I get a little jumpy. I get defensive of my woman. All this intricacies of vampire stuff makes me want to play that one vampire game. That's very specific strange. I totally know what you're talking about.
強大な異能を自身に使うことで彼らは吸血衝動を抑えている。けれどもし何らかの外的要因でその神祖の能力が低下してしまった場合、抑えていた吸血衝動がどうなるか。
Something were to cause their power to deteriorate. For instance, using their power to heal a grievous wound. Vampire the Masquerade? I've never heard of that. I once killed Arkwood as thoroughly as it's possible to kill someone, and even though she revived, it must have taken an incredible amount of her power. Let's say that Arkwood has a total power of 10. She probably has to use around 7 of it to keep her urges in check. However, if her total power were to drop from a 10 to a 5, even if she were to allocate all of it to suppressing her desires, it still wouldn't be enough. I played every 2D Castlevania, I think. Good series. Yeah, my cousin used to play all the, like, original Castlevania games. And I would watch him and stuff. They were really cool. In fact, she'd be in the red. What was she cutting down in order to get the energy to regenerate?
それでその衝動とやらを抑えられなくなった神祖は
もちろん人の血を吸います。その後には何もありません。一度衝動に負けた神祖はあとは落ちていくだけです。一度血の味を知った神祖はその衝動による痛みも倍化すると聞きます。結果としてもう二度と吸血衝動をこらえることができなくなる。神祖は極めて優れた種ですが、吸血衝動を抑えなくてはいけないため全力を出せません。ですが落ちた神祖はもう自らを束縛する必要がない。あとはただ自らの快楽のために人の血を吸う怪物になる。
I remember how she looked last night. Her bloodshot eyes, her rough breathing, her searing breath on the back of my neck. Can you relax, Strange? This is a very important moment.
でもそれは
That's an outright lie. She's terrified of sucking blood. There's no way. Right, she's afraid. She's afraid because she knows if she sucks blood even once, she'll never be able to hold herself again. Back again.
ただかろうじて救いがあるとしたら衝動は突発的なものだということです。神祖たちは一人だけ耐えきれなくなった時のためにしもべを用意しておきます。それが 使徒と呼ばれる者たちの始まりですね。彼らはすでに死んでいる使徒、神祖たちに痛み止めとして生かされていた吸血鬼。それがこの町に救っている使徒と区分される吸血鬼の始まりです。ですが、アルクエイド・ブリュンスタットにはそのしもべがいない。
apologizing, trying not to bite you, even said something else happens. What are you talking about?
いえ、今まで必要がなかっただけですね。神祖の中でも特別だった彼女は、自らの意志だけで吸血衝動を抑えられていた。吸血衝動に果てはありませんし、消えることもない。何度も抑えてきた衝動という沈殿物は、そのうち器から溢れてしまう。彼らは長く生きれば生きるほど、そうして自分の力だけでは抑えきれなくなった時、自らの衝動が自らの能力を超えてしまった時、それが寿命のない彼らにとっての終わりなんです。
What the hell? Is that what a true ancestor really is? A creature that has to fight tooth and nail to hold back their own urges, suppressing their desire for blood, only to be killed at the hands of their own companions when they finally reach their limit? That's far from perfect. No matter how strong they are, if there was such a fatal error in their creation.
いや、でも昨日だってすぐに元に戻ったんだ。今は俺のせいで力が弱ってるけど、怪我さえな。
ありえません。だってもともと彼女は限界なんですから。彼女が誕生したのは12世紀と言われています。いくら実際の活動時間が数年に満たないと言っても、長く彼女の中にわだかまった衝動はじき彼女自身を食い破ります。彼女は、アルクエイドはもう未来のない命なんです。
This is the first. I'm struck by dizziness so severe I can barely see my hand in front of my face. Not as a result of my anemia, but by someone else's words. So then why? If she herself knew she couldn't go on anymore, then why was she hunting vampires in a place like this? Doesn't make sense. No matter how I think about it, it doesn't make sense.
先輩の話はだってさ、もう自分がダメだって分かっているやつが。
彼女が吸血鬼を処理するのは私たちのためではありません。
役割って。
彼女以外の神祖たちでしょうね。彼女が生まれた12世紀は最も落ちた神祖がはびこった時代です。神祖たちは落ちた神祖もその神祖がいたずらに増やしていく使徒も放ってその手段としてただ殺すためだけの、それ以外のことを何も必要としないそれがアルクエイドという神祖なんです。彼女はミサイルみたいなもので、ひとたび城から放たれれば最後、標的になった吸血鬼は。
My dizziness returns. Stop it. Stop talking about her like that. She's so good-natured and compassionate that despite knowing and carrying her pain, she still helped us humans. Talking about her like she's just some weapon is pissing me off.
いえ、兵器なんですよ。もともと彼女はそういった意味合いでのみ存在を許されていた。ですから、この町に来てからの彼女はどうかしていたんでしょうね。あんなに話をする彼女を見たのは初めてです。もともと彼女は言葉を口にすることさえなかったのですから。
Huh? Now that's absurd. I don't know how you could possibly say that Chatterbox never spoke.
だって彼女は余分なことはしないんです。昔から、もう何百年も昔から彼女はそうやって生きてきた。あの三冠の古城に生を受けた時からずっと。
The sound of my heartbeat. I feel dizzy. My vision dims. What's going on? Images of scenery I could have never known, memories of things I could have never seen, all unfold before my eyes like a waking dream. The final paradise, sprawled among the mountains. The wilderness of Genesis, evocative of the inner sea of the planet. The courtyard of the castle rooted within that domain. The woman is poised amidst the sea of white blossoms as though asleep.
彼女には余分な知識も自由もありませんでした。倒すべき対象が決定された時だけ外に出される。
So pretty.
その時に応じた知識を教え込まれて確実に敵を処刑できるように。
There's nobody else there. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to meet her.
定められた吸血鬼を殺して帰ってきた彼女は知識を洗い流されて眠りにつかされます。何も知らないまま吸血鬼を殺すこと以外に意義を持たないよう幽閉される。
Nothing else. The joy of meeting someone's gaze, and the fulfillment I felt from exchanging conversation. She was never to be given either.
彼女の力は落ちた神祖たちさえ滅ぼせるほど強力だった。けれど皮肉ですね。あまりに強大すぎる能力が災いして彼女は神祖の間でも疎まれてしまった。姫と称えていながら誰も彼女には近寄らなかった。城を与えられていながら彼女の世界は薄暗い地下室だけだった。神祖たちは兵器の手入れをするように彼女を扱った。兵器に余分な機能は必要ないですから。パンを焼く機能、洗濯物を洗ってくれる機能も不要です。そんな余分なものを付属させるならもっと兵器らしい機能を付属させるでしょ。
I've always been taught never to do anything unnecessary. She said that in a sing-song voice. That's why your gates had been so empty when she had said that she always decided on things by herself. For her, other people had never been necessary. They didn't exist. Even if that was only because she didn't know about it.
神祖たちが彼女に求めたものは高い殺傷能力だけ。故に彼女は何も知らない。言葉も感情も存在しない。非人間である死とよりもっと上のモンスター。生きている意味も意義もあの生き物には初めから存在しない。
That may be so, and yet she was always so cheerful, laughing happily at even the most trivial of things. So I came to the conclusion she'd always be like that. What a cruel misunderstanding. She was just... I mean, I had so much fun. Up until now, I never thought I could be so happy from just being like this, from just existing. That was an anxiety I could not comprehend. In that classroom bathed in the light of the setting sun, she confided in me with that unassuming voice.
アルクエイドは長く活動しているくせに生きるという意味合いを私たちより知り得ていない。彼女が行動を許されていたのは活動時間に換算すると驚くほど短いんです。彼女の生涯はほぼ全てが睡眠だった。夢すら見ないようではそこに人間性など発生するはずがありません。
Really? I find just Ugh. I find just talking like this to be pretty fun.
そうして落ちた真相をすべて処断した後、彼女が城から出ることはなくなりました。一応の目的が済んだわけですから、神祖たちも彼女にまともな教育を施そうとしたのでしょうね。けれど彼女は自由にはなれなかった。本当に些細な間違いで城に残った神祖たちを皆殺しにしてしまったから。
I see. Having only been taught to kill vampires, she dutifully carried out her orders to the very end, just as she'd been instructed to. In the end, she was the only one that remained.
同族であり親である神祖たちを処断した後、彼女は自分から城に閉じこもりました。もう誰もいなくなった神祖たちの城の玉座。城壁から伸びた千の鎖につながれて、ロアという吸血鬼が転生するたびに眠りから覚めてわずかな間だけ活動する。
In that deterministic world, she never spoke to even a single word.
これがアルクエイド・ブリュンスタットの正体です。彼女は根っからの処刑人。自分を縛っていた神祖たちがいなくなっても、まだ吸血鬼殺しだけを目的にして、はい。彼女にはそれ以外の楽しみがないのでしょう。
That's a lie. It's not at all what brought her joy. I didn't pick up on it at all. Neither in her words, nor in her delighted smile. If only I had taken a better look, I would have understood. I didn't realize how alone she's been all this time. Well, I did. Dumb conversations about nothing with a kindred spirit, the fun of somehow letting the time slip away. Simple tranquility of the idle hours of the evening, all these things that we normally think nothing of. She was happy because she had never experienced that trivial repetition of events up until now.
嘘。
Funny as the OTP for Arkwood, it's so true, honestly. What's so incredibly frustrating is that she herself didn't have an inkling of how absurd the path she'd been walking was. Simply can't stand that her past, everything she's experienced up until now, is such a cruel, unjust tale.
全部嘘だ。
I really had only ever found half the answer. I'll never in my whole life understand what I should do. But at least now I finally found something I want to do. I don't want her to feel like she's lucky to experience these commonplace things. If I made these experiences things that she felt were always within her grasp, then just how?
Moshi.
Well, I'm gonna say there was a lot of information. The unfamiliar upperclassman's voice snaps me back to reality. This is Shiki's reality. I took a long detour, but thanks to that I feel refreshed.
私の話聞いてました？
いや、ごめん。先輩が話してたようにも聞こえたし、他の誰かが話してるようにも聞こえてました。
She sighs and nods, not entirely satisfied.
つまりですね。
もういいですよ。アルクエイドが何をしていようが、どんなにめちゃくちゃなやつだろうが、そもそもあいつを殺したのは俺なんだし、俺はちゃんと自分のしでかしたことの責任を。
That's what I want to do right now. I don't want her to be alone anymore.
そうですか。ですが、それは本当にあなたが負うべき責任なんですか？
In truth, no matter how much I want it to be, none of this is actually Shiki's responsibility. That's why Senpai has come here to appeal to me to stand back and stay out of it. Take down the enemy that Arkwood came here to fight and protect the city. It's just whitewashing the truth. You should just say it is like it is. It like it is. You know what you're doing, right? You're going out to kill some stranger for Arku's sake.
でも
I raise my head. Before me are the bouquets of flowers left in memory of the deceased. If I turn around, I can see the familiar city, where life plods among the same as ever. It's so dazzling, I get a little lightheaded. The thing I couldn't save. The thing she shortened her own lifespan to protect. The thing we naturally have to prioritize above all else. Knowing where we can find our own happiness. Honestly, what a fool I've been.
でも俺にはそういうものと同じぐらい、いやそれ以上にあいつが人間なんて気にしない吸血鬼だっていうのなら、俺は吸血鬼なんて気にしない。
Values differing from those of a decent human being. I can accept that. To humanity, I'm the same as Vlad or Roa, the lowest of the low. In exchange, all I want to be is with Arcuid.
はあ、呆れました。
Bunny is just like Shiki. Okay.
ここまで言っても無駄な人とは思いませんでした。
申し訳ありません。頑固なのは妹譲りらしくて。
妹さんね。せっかくですからおまけの忠告です。一度吸血衝動を抑えられなかった真相は立ち直れない。もし彼女が
What she says might be true for her. However, it's not true for me. True! True!
そんなことはないですよ。だってあいつはまだ血を吸ってないんだから。
いいえ、ノエルが止めていなければ。
違う。だって止まったんだ。あいつは大丈夫だったんだよ。
Yeah, that's right. Arcuid's fangs definitely stopped moving.
つける薬がありませんね。そろそろ飛行機の時間ですので失礼します。うるさい上司が来て左遷されてしまったので。
She passes me by. Without ever having met my gaze or said her name, she simply takes her leave.
あ、
Bye, bitch.
でも一つだけ、どうして俺だけ先輩を覚えていたんですか？
Still can't remember her name, but I definitely remember this person.
そんなの単に消し忘れただけですよ。それもこれでおしまいですけどね。
Fine with me. Flowers left in the memory of the dead are swinging softly. Turning around, I see the retreating figure of an upperclassman, but I can't remember their face or their name. I listen to their departing footsteps. After bowing once and thanks, I too begin to walk back to the place I need to be. I head back to the mansion. I didn't go to Arquid's apartment. How much cheese do you have? Huh? I don't have any cheese. She probably wouldn't have been there if I had, and besides, I have something else I should be doing. What are your current amounts of cheddar? Cheddar, like money? I don't know. I'll catch you after that.
お帰りなさいませ、四季様。
Hi, Hisui. She greets me as soon as I come in the door.
ただいま。いつもありがとう、翡翠。
I sincerely thank her for her thoughtfulness. She must have been waiting all this time. Caused a lot of problems for Hisui by not taking that thoughtfulness into account. So even if it's just for today, I want to do things by the book and return to the mansion before sunset so she can fulfill her duties. After having dinner with Akiha, I leave the dining room. I think I was able to play the part of an older brother well enough. The conversation between Akiha, Kohaku, and me was both down to earth and spirited, well, compared to how things used to be at least. I return to my room and pack up my belongings. Well, I say belongings, but it's really just my textbooks. Knife that's ended up being part of my everyday carry is already tucked away inside my breast pocket. So the only other things I need to grab are my phone and the white ribbon.
さて
I tidy my room and take a deep breath. I never would have guessed I'd be bidding my own room farewell again so soon. I fully intend to return, but you never know what might happen. It doesn't hurt to say my things now, just on the off chance I might never make it back. I turn off the lamp. It's 9:30. Perfect time to leave the mansion. I arrive at the park just before 10 o'clock. There's not another soul in sight. I sit down on a bench and wait for her to arrive, mindlessly waiting as though I'm just here to count the seconds as they tick away. I consider running around the city like I did last night, but I'm sure it wouldn't be of any use. I mean, if she goes out of her way to avoid running into me, I have no hope of catching her.
だからここでいい
We made a promise after all. We decided together to rendezvous here. We still haven't fulfilled tonight's promise. Can't just crumple that promise up and throw it away. If Arkuid also considers it important, she'll come back here too. Continuing to believe and wait is the best atonement I can offer. Time marches on. The hands on my watch carefully and accurately mark the passing hours. It's gotten so late, I feel like I'm suffocating. My body can't bear another minute of waiting. It wants to race off and start searching for her at once, not just sit here and wait like an ornament propped on a shelf. Despite that, my mind is calm. In the middle of the night, I stare fixedly at the moon and continue to wait. It's terribly quiet. It's just like she and I are the only ones left in the world. If I can wait for her in a world like that, then no matter how many hours it takes, even if I end up waiting forever, I won't feel any pain. That's why I'm so happy right now I can hardly breathe. The moon that had been twinkling overhead is beginning to dim. 3 hours left until daybreak. If the sun rises, it'll be all over for sure. Never again will Arkuid and I spend the night together, feeling the sense of contentment. Or so it feels anyway. I let slip a pitiful sigh. Was it a sigh at the ridiculousness of the situation, or of dejection? I don't know. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Amidst the shadows behind the pavilion, I've been catching the occasional glimpse of the figure in white. It seems the person in question is trying to conceal themselves, but are absolutely hopeless when it comes to stealth.
おいもう3時だぞいつまで待たせるんだバカ
Without standing up from the bench, I call out to the other side of the pavilion. Sorry, give me one sec. My queen. I hear a poorly stifled gasp. After a few seconds, I guess she gave up on trying to hide as she suddenly pops out into the open like a rabbit appearing in a snowy field. Oh, she's so cute. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't approach the bench I'm sitting on either. She just stands there with eyes downcast.
アルクエイド
I call her name, but she doesn't even look up at me, let alone respond. I'm at a loss for what else to say. The words I've been piecing together in my mind all vanished the moment I saw that face. Damn it, I just don't know what I can say that'll bring a smile back to her face. I get the sense that no matter what I say right now, it'll only make her even sadder. Feels as though this moment is stretching on forever. In reality, probably fewer than 100 seconds expire into the second hand of my watch. She suddenly looks up as though something has caught her attention.
四季、いつまでも帰らないんだもの。放っておけなくて来ちゃったわ。本当はこのまま部屋に帰ろうって思ってたのに。
Her voice faltered slightly here and there as she spoke, but for the most part, it carried out the same cheerful tone it always held.
そりゃ帰らないよ。お前はもう会わないとか言ってたけど、ここで待ち合わせるのが俺たちの約束だ。一緒に吸血鬼を倒してくれるんだろ。
That's why I want you to stop making that face. By myself desperately wanting to shake off my own self-restraint and just capture her.
信じられない。まだそんな。
ああ、アルクエイドとの約束は破らないって言っただろ。今夜はまだお前の手助けをしていない。
いいよ。もうそんなのはいいの。四季は一人で帰って。ドアのことなら私が何とかしてみせるから。
いいって何がいいんだ。
言うまでもないでしょ。やっぱり私は吸血鬼で私は四季に助けてもらう資格なんてなかった。協力なんて求めてはいけなかった。そんなことにも気づかないままで私はだから。
It's enough, I hear her mutter. Express the urge to scream. Why even mention that now? Been prepared for that eventuality from the moment I said I'd cooperate with you. I knew what I was getting into when I made that vow. Is Arkwood British? I don't know. But ending things like this, where's the good in that?
アルクエイド、ここでのことなら気にする必要はないだろう。お前は体が弱ってて、ただ疲れていただけなんだ。俺はバカだからさ。お前の嘘に気づいてやれなかった。お前を苦しめてたのは体の傷なんかじゃなくて吸血衝動ってやつだったんだろ。
あいつら埋葬期間はいつからそんなにおしゃべりになったのかしらね。
She lets out a sigh, her expression more likely tired than hateful.
ああ、話は全部聞いた。全部聞いた上で、お前には問題なんてないよ、アルクエイド。今は苦しいけど、何日かすれば元に戻るんだろう。なら、気にする必要はない。それにあの夜だって、あんなに苦しそうだったのに、ちゃんと我慢できたじゃないか。
She manages a frail, forlorn smile.
四季は全然分かってない。無理なのよ。こうなっちゃったら。私は今でも四季の血が欲しいと思っているんだから。
思ってるだけだろ。なら、今までだって、そうやって頑張ってきたんじゃないのか。
そうよね。今までそうやって自分を抑えてきた。 いえ、けどもうダメみたい。私は浅はかで吸血鬼殺しだけが私の意味なのに、余分なことをたくさんしちゃった。何も知らなければ何かを欲しいだなんて思うこともなかった。士気なんかに頼らず自分だけで敵を追っていればよかった。そうすれば一人で何もかも片付けられたのに。
It's no good. Going up against her really does bring out the worst in me. I mean, what she just said has got me really pissed off. So much it makes me want to cry. You'd have been better off doing it alone. I don't care whether it's an outright lie or just a bluff. Don't go spouting that garbage while making a face like that.
もう頭くる。いい加減にしろ、この最上級バカ。
Tearing my hair out, I stand up from the bench and scream my head off at her.
最上級バカって言った今。
ああ、気に食わなければ惑星級でも銀河級でも何でも付け足してやる。ふざけやがって。何が自分だけで敵を追ってればよかっただ。一人じゃ無理だから、一人じゃできないことがあるって気づいたから、俺に手を貸せって言ったんだろ。なら俺が助ける。何があっても、お前が何でも、俺はずっとお前を。
So please, for your own sake.
二度ともういいなんて言わないでくれ。
Not now. Not now that she'd finally begun to think that life can be fun. I don't want to let her to let go of that simple happiness so easily.
シキ、あなた泣いてるの？
わけないだろ。なんで俺がお前のために泣かなくちゃいけないんだ。
So stupid. So stupid. Even supposing my eyes are wet right now, it's just because I'm angry. I quit was spouting such nonsense earlier that my emotions got the better of me, that's all.
もうとにかく吸血鬼探しは続けるからな。ロアとかいうやつを殺せばお前だって休めるんだろ。そうすれば万事解決だ。問題なんて一つもない。
Not wanting her to see my moist eyes, I turn and talk over my shoulder. Quietly and awfully calm eyes, she nods her head.
でもやっぱりダメなんだ。あの時シキの首筋に触れた時、シキは私は我慢できていたと言って、一瞬だけ止まったのはシキが私を怖がったから。私今まで何人もの人間に怖がられてきた。だから自分に向けられる剣王の念なんて。でもおかしいよね。シキが私をそういう風に見るのだけはすごく嫌だったんだ。
She chuckles, a dry forced laugh.
違う。俺は怖がってなんか。あれはいきなりのことだったから。
A lie I couldn't even fool myself with. She averts her gaze, a pained look in her eyes. Kind of lie Sensei warned me about. A lie you can't even fool yourself with will only hurt the people close to you.
私が一瞬だけ止まったのはそのせい。シキにそんな目で見られるのが怖かった。この先もあんな目で見られたら私はきっと壊れてしまう。だからシキとはもう会えないって思ったの。それがきっとお互いのためなんだって。待っていてくれてありがとう、シキ。でも待ち合わせはここで終わり。私たちきっと慣れ合いすぎたのよ。
Suddenly she turns her back to me, as if she didn't want to see my face as she spoke those words. What she said is certainly true. If the two of us hadn't gotten to know each other so deeply, this would have never happened. I had easily fallen back into the routine of my ordinary life, and Arkwood would have gone on alone as she always has. And neither of us would be worried about the other.
そうだな。本当に。けど俺はそれでいいと思うよ。だっていつまでも一人きりは寂しいだろ。
She doesn't respond. See her shoulders tremble, if only for a moment.
町のことは心配しないで。 私は絶対にロアを殺す。相打ちになっても必ず仕留める。だから式はもういいの。この町はすぐに元の形に戻って。
The voice over her shoulder doesn't have any of its normal cheerfulness. Can't bear it anymore. I'm done with just standing here and listening.
バカ。俺が心配してんの。
I approach her. I reach out to that fleeing back, place a hand on her shoulder, and forcibly turn her around.
式。
はっきり言わなくちゃわかんないんなら口にする。いいか。俺が手助けをすると言ったのは、町を騒がしている吸血鬼を倒すためじゃない。自分が住んでいる町を守るとか、そんなご大層な理由なんて。
I may have lied and said I did, but I was just trying to convince myself as much as anyone else. It's nothing more than a shameless excuse. I
単純
simply...
にお前が好きだ。
Finally!
お前の力になりたかったから。それを今さらなかったことになんてできない。
I say it clearly. I wrap my arms around her and hold her trembling body close. There is no opposition in her voice. Dumbfounded, standing perfectly still, she accepts my
お
embrace.
前が俺の血を欲しいと思っているのなら。
And the soft sensation, I feel a burning thirst.
式。痛い。
Voice in my ear sets my heart on fire.
そんなものホワイトだ。
My gaze, I say the things that shouldn't be put into words.
俺だってずっとこうしている今もアルクエイドの心音を聞いて
Oh god.
気が狂いそうな
Man,
くらい浴
I
場してる。
finally think I have a good moment. Here we go again. Man, why do I get my hopes up for Shiki? Why? Emanating from my arms I'm holding tight, from the body pressed against mine, I can feel the palpitations of her heart.
違うよ、式。それはただこの瞬間だけ私に気が触れてるだけだもの。
それでもいい。今アルクエイドを愛してるならそれが塔の式の真実だ。それとも俺のこと嫌いか。
The rhythm of her heartbeat falters.
ダメ。その質問には答えられない。
I no longer feel her heartbeat. Instead, I feel her arms wrapped tightly around my back as if in response. First, it was gentle, but soon it became so fervent. Okay, it's not a bad moment. I'm sorry. I don't trust Shiki. But soon it became so fervent as to be more than just an answer. She drew me close with both arms, squeezing my body against hers. The embrace lasted but a moment. I'm not even really sure myself who ended it. But as if by unspoken agreement, we released our entwined arms to meet each other's gazes. Her head remains bowed as if she's blushing nonetheless. Moved by her expression, I let out a sigh of relief. She's really here right now, right in front of me. I'm certain that the two of us will never be again apart.
よかった。やっとアルクエイドを捕まえた。正直に言うとずっと怖かった。俺はあの時お前にひどいことをした。
Her hair flutters. She lifts her head as if she might. She has something to say, but as soon as she meets my gaze, she looks away again, blushing.
ダメだよ、式。あのことは忘れましょうって言ったのに。
Her voice is frail. Just how much more insensitive can I get? She was trying to avoid bringing up what happened in that alley out of consideration for me.
悪い。俺がバカだった。これじゃあお前のことを怒鳴る資格なんかない。
そうじゃなくて、責任があるとしたらそれは私の方。
I don't believe it. Maybe she isn't a vampire after all, but some sort of succubus? What the fuck? How the hell am I supposed to forget when she looks at me like that?
違うよ。俺が悪いと言ってるのは昨べのことじゃない。俺がバカだって言っているのは 忘れるべきことをどうしても忘れられないからだし。
四季、
今日だって朝からずっとお前のことを考えてた。お前に会えたらなんて謝ってなんて言ったらいいだろうって。なのにお前に謝りたいと思いながら、俺はあの時のことが頭から離れなかった。
Okay. She averts her gaze from me. Understandable. I'm the same way. I can't even look straight at her anymore. Realizing I might have just said the unspeakable, I can't look her in the eyes. But it's the honest truth. It wasn't her mystic eyes that made me do what I did. I was just crazy about her, and I still am. Oh God. There's no reply from her. We were each waiting for the other to say something, so the silence just stretched on.
本当のことを言えばね。
Her words come hesitantly, shyly, as though quietly owning up to a prank.
私だって忘れられなかったよ。
Gazing directly into my eyes, she says those words. Crap. I embrace her a little too forcefully, but who could blame me? A face like that doesn't drive you crazy. You'd better just resign from your post as a living thing. Well, anyway.
ごめん、いきなり抱きついた。
Really am an animal, aren't I? Yes. I hear a soft chuckle escape her lips. Leaping into me, she wraps both her arms around my back once more.
四季ってすごいね。
Oh. It's because you're innocent. Poor little Arkwood. She pulls me tight with her arms. The sensation, I feel like I'm melting.
すごいって具体的には。
すごく乱暴。今まで出会ったどんな人より野蛮で笑っちゃった。
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all too aware of that myself.
でもおかしいね。殺した男と殺された女がこうして抱き合ってるなんて。
As she whispers that, her body starts trembling. Is her wound turning?
大丈夫か、アルクエイド。
多分嬉しいんだと思う。いろんな感情が溢れてきて、体がポワッとして、方が自分のものじゃないみたい。ねえ、四季なら私がどんな顔をしているかわかるかな。
無茶言うな。抱き合ったまま顔を見られるもんか。でも
Squeeze my arms around her just a little tighter. Just the right amount of force, I hold her close.
でもきっと同じ顔をしていると思う。俺もさっきから方がバカみたいに緩みっぱなしだ。
We laugh, our bodies press together. It isn't lost as so much as a strong joy that it warms our chilled bodies.
ねえ、四季。
Hear her whisper directly in my ear. She murmurs to me with a drowsy peacefulness in her voice.
私を守ってくれるのなら、今夜は帰ってほしくない。
She buries her face in my shoulder. There's only an hour left until dawn. The night is fading. Her time is over. I feel the same way. There's no way I could bear to part with her now. Am I gonna have to censor this? Arkwood's apartment is the same as ever. We're the ones who have changed. Can feel her presence behind me. I'm so worked up that if I turn around, I'll end up doing something. And yet my mind is clear. I don't really get it, but I guess to love something is to hold on to these contradictory impulses and simultaneously stay sane and lose your mind.
アルクエイド。
I go to turn around. But as I do, she lightly touches my back.
振り向かないで。しばらくこのままでいて。
Her voice is calm. The hand she placed on my back stays perfectly still, so to reaffirm this is real.
ねえ、四季。私が初めてあなたを待っていた時のこと覚えてる？
覚えてるよ。自分が殺した相手がニコニコ顔で待ち伏せてたんだ。
あの時ね。 私、あなたのことがすごく憎かった。
Contrast to her words, her voice is incredibly gentle.
もう自分でも吸血衝動は抑えられないと分かっていて、きっとこれが最後のチャンスだって覚悟してロアを追いかけて、ようやく見つけたと思った時に見ず知らずの誰かに殺されて、あの時の私にはただ憎しみしかなかった。そうして自分を殺した誰かを探し出して、あなたが来るのをね、早く来なさい。私に気がついた瞬間に寸分たがわず同じ目に合わせてあげるからって。本当にあなたのことが憎かった。憎くて胸が張り裂けそうになるくらいずっと待ち続けていた。
Hand on my back presses harder.
クエド。
でもね、私をあんな風に殺した相手なんて今までいなかった。それにあんな風に誰かを強く思うなんてこと、初めはただ憎しみしかなかった。けどあなたはどんな人間なのかなって思った時、もう1秒でも早く会いたくなった。私をあんな風に殺したやつ、私が初めて自分を見失うぐらいに。シキ、さっき言ったよね、一人は寂しいだろうって。けどあんなにも苦しく誰かを思ってあなたを今かと待ち続けた時の気持ちはすごく幸せだった。本当は今すぐにでも会いに行きたいけど、我慢してあなたがやってくるのを待っていて。あの時間は楽しかったよ。すごくドキドキして、シキがどんな人なんだろうって勝手に想像したりもした。
She withdraws her hand from my back.
思えばね、その時から私は誰かを必要としてしまって、一人の自分を物足りなく感じてしまった。シキは私のことを好きだって言ってくれた。私はシキに会う前からあなた自身に恋をしてたんだなって。
Aww. There's nothing but tenderness in her voice. There's no longer any need to hesitate. Turn around and unreservedly embrace her. Aww. Our lips meet on their own. I'm not sure which of us wished for it. Maybe both of us did. A simple, tender kiss. Press our lips together as if trying to bring our existences even closer to each other. I hold my breath and take in the feeling of being in contact with her. Her soft lips, the touch of skin on skin, in places we had never come in contact before. Even though these thoughts are enough to make my head feel like it's gonna explode, I let out a deep sigh of relief as I embrace the warm sensation of her body. She's quivering softly. It's not because she's afraid. Her closed eyes, her flushed rosy cheeks, she's unbearably adorable. She's so cute. Her breathing is hot and shallow. She's wholly enraptured. I could never have imagined that this alone would make her seem so much lovelier than she did before. I need to be ready to censor. I'm ready. Our lips gently part. Our arms still woven together, we stare into each other's eyes.
今のキスだったね。
She stares up at me with those red eyes. Her golden hair dances softly before
アル
me.
クエド、こういうの嫌か？
ううん、私
Oh, she's
す
so
ごくドキドキしてる。
But I can certainly hear her heart pounding in her chest, and I can feel mine beating just as hard.
でもちょっと困っちゃった。私いいのかなって。
Aww.
いいのかなって。
だってね、シキ、唇を重ね合ったりする吸血鬼なんて。
Her cheeks are red. She's literally so fucking cute. She spoke shyly, as though incredibly embarrassed. She's so cute! What the hell? What the fuck? How is everyone not obsessed with this woman? Maybe they are. Maybe I don't know enough about people like Tsukihime, but I'm obsessed with this woman. With that move, it's checkmate. True. True! My mind goes blank. I no longer even know that I'm a human called Shiki. Collapse into the bed with her still in my arms. I go to touch her skin, turn my hands through her hair, but I stop short. Damn, I'm breathing too heavily. I will make the same mistake a second time. Good. Please improve as a human being. No matter how much I want her, I just can't give in to my own emotions at the expense of hers. Yes, you're learning, Shiki. She looks up and sees the face I'm making. Oh, okay. I'm not. No. A man wrote this. A man wrote this. A man wrote this. Jesus Christ. She would never. No victim would ever say something like that. Ever. Ever. Stop. Okay, I need to just ignore. I'm pretending that line never happened. That never happened. I'm unwriting it from this novel. Trembling with a mixture of bashfulness and anxiety, she smiles up at me with eyes full of joy, as if overcome with those feelings. Alright, get it off the screen. Jesus. Our breathing overlaps. Our skin melts together as one. Our frenzied emotions have laid our hearts and bodies bare. You know, I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't have said a man wrote this. I should have said someone who has never been assaulted wrote this, because women are not the only men are not the only one who do the assaulting, and women are not the only ones who get assaulted. Let me make that clear. I do not think that, because I did not mean that. I meant to say whoever fucking wrote this, I mean Nasu and someone else, those people, they have never been assaulted, probably, because I just can't imagine anyone who has writing that. Anyways, let's just forget about that. Get back to the game. We consummate our feelings, at times greedily, at times delicately, relishing in the touch of one another. Alright, I don't got to censor. With a deep breath, I sink back onto the bed. Man, I may be saying this as someone that doesn't like to dream, but that experience is dreamlike. She's lying next to me asleep. Her breathing is peaceful, and she's grasping my hand contentedly. Aww. Looking back, I'm a little embarrassed. I don't feel a smidgen of regret about embracing her. It's just, I wanted to savor the feeling of her skin, her blushing face, for even a little while longer. Okay. Wonder if there'll ever come a time where I'll be able to remain calm around her body. I mean, just now I really don't even remember what I did. Literally all I can remember is that it felt better than anything I've ever experienced before. Regardless of how good it felt, truth is that if I took another step right now, I'd collapse from exhaustion. Stifling my yawn, I watch her sleeping face. I really love her. And she responded to that one-sided feeling. Well, it's obviously not one-sided, you idiot. The exact nature of it may be a little different from love I feel, but I'm sure she needs me too. That alone is enough to make me incredibly happy. Not just because I'm wanted by someone, but because Arcuid, who's been alone all this time, has finally come to rely on someone else. That's what truly makes me happy. I feel faint as my consciousness begins to slip away. In spite of myself, it seems like this is my limit. Turn onto my back, take a deep breath and relax. Must have been tired beyond belief. My consciousness immediately sinks without a trace. I have a feeling she's not going to be there when we wake up, because this is a drama we're reading. I'm in a deep sleep. I'm having a dream in which she's woken up before me and is doing something bad. She seems to be skulking around on her own, getting ready to put her mischief into motion. Trying to ask her what she's doing. Yeah, but I'm still a little spaced out. Thanks to her, my body's not yet able to move as I want it to.
そっか。嬉しいけど、なんか恥ずかしいね。
She smiles girlishly. I find it a little strange that I can understand her gestures even with my eyes closed, but she looks so happy. I abandon such trivial questions.
ねえ、四季。
It's with a serious tone. You're worn out too. You should just sleep until night falls.
もしもよ。もし私が本当の吸血鬼になったら、四季はどうするかな？
It's a weird thing to ask, but that would never happen. After all, she's afraid of drinking blood.
だから、もしもの話。生きるために他の生命を奪うことは、自然界じゃ当然の摂理だと言ったでしょ？もしも、私がそうなってしまった場合の話。
Stop it. Insert dry alien chic image. There's no way that would happen. I'm not a fan of what ifs. Told you that clearly before.
そう？私はイフって好きよ。どんな結果になるかわからないけど、とりあえずその時は救いがあるような気がするから。
Now that I think about it, this isn't the first time you brought this up.
うん。だから、四季がもっとひどいやつだったら。
Arkwood?
大好きよ、四季。こんな気持ちを持たせてくれて、それを言葉として伝えさせてくれるなんて。
She's crying, isn't she?
それじゃあ、四季が目を覚ます前に行くね。面と向かってさよならが言えないから。
Saw that
これで
coming.
許して。
The door closes with a click. While I slept, I dimly heard that noise. I open my eyes. The sun is shining brightly, even through the curtains. I look over at the clock and see it's just turned noon.
やば、学校。
Built up bright. Hold on, today's Saturday. There's no need to worry about going to school. There's something I should be worried about, so that I spent the night at her apartment without contacting the mansion. Oh yeah, I feel like I had a weird dream. Dream where I spoke with her, and at the end she gave me a kiss.
なんか緩み切ってるな、俺。
What? She erased his memory or something? I guess seeing pleasant dreams like that is further evidence just how happy it makes me to be here. Next to her, she... Oh, no, he's just an idiot.
そう思うだろ、歩く。
I turn to look at the bed. Voice catches in my throat.
歩くいと。
Stare at the bed, I stare at the bed, dumbfounded. There's nobody there. Her figure is nowhere to be found. With that, I'm off. In my dream. She said something like that.
ちょっと。
Scour the apartment. There's no sign of Arkwood. It's like she was never here. The only thing I did find was a solitary scrap of paper left on the table.
No.
Is this some kind of joke? What language is this? On the scrap paper is written a single word, a Jew.
なん。
I don't want to believe it. But what's worse is that I can understand why she's done this.
なんで。
You've got to be kidding me. She can't leave with nothing more than a Jew. And after making that promise, even though she promised we'd stick together, even though I told her I'd stand by her until the bitter end. Why? Why are you going back to being alone?
なんでなんだ、歩くいぞ。
Screaming at the top of my lungs, I crushed the piece of paper. Oh god, heartbroken Shiki, I do not want to see that. But if you didn't actually know what a Jew meant, that would be really funny actually. And then I dart from the room, run around the city like a man possessed. won't find her. I know that. Painfully aware that she'll never appear in front of me again. Even so, I can't just give up. I'll lose my mind if I do. I need to catch her so I can chew her out for being such an idiot. But try as I might, I can't find her. At this point, it's certain that we'll never meet again. Whatever we had, it's over. Irrevocably so. She's gone to settle the score with Roa alone, and after that she'll disappear. No, she probably already handled all that and left the city long ago. I lost the ability to think straight, even before I went mad. Hear the shrill cry of a cicada echoing in my ear. Everything leads back to Higurashi. That's just the way of the world. A cicada's cast-off shell. My body feels so insubstantial, so hollow. I'm no longer able to even think. Oh, man's first heartbreak. Gets us all. So this is what it's like for your soul to leave your body. Not even tears will come. Devoid of everything, my legs begin to move. The homing instinct of an animal. Nipa! Nothing is left in me, and yet I start walking, returning to my own bed. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me get some water really quick. I'm so thirsty. My cat. Okay, sorry. Arkud went to Hinami-sama. She just killed Takano and be done with it. Pretty sure this is the last day. I awake at the sound of Hisui's voice. After what happened, after her coming back to the mansion, I must have pulled myself up in the room and passed out. I breathe a sigh at the headache that reverberates from my eyes to my brain. Not that it bothers me much, it's a familiar feeling. I reach over the nightstand and put on my glasses.
Shiki-sama, どこかご気分が優れないのですか?
別に何もないよ。おはよう、翡翠。
I reply and get out of bed. I'm a little surprised at myself. Even though I don't want to talk about anything, my body attempts to carry on with the usual routine.
朝食だろ。大丈夫。すぐに行くから。
はい。それではお待ちしております。
Hisui leaves the room looking like she had something else to say. Oh, poor girl. Check my phone, no mail, today's Monday. It's hard to believe, but it seems that after I came back on Saturday night, I slept straight through all of Sunday. I guess the fatigue that had been building up these past few days finally caught up with me. I change into my school uniform and head to the dining room. After having breakfast, I stop by the living room. Akiha and Kohaku are there as usual.
おはよう。
Sink onto the sofa and stare vacantly at the clock. I don't know why that tripped me up.
兄さん、その早起きなのはいいことですが、今日は学校があると分かってますよね。
ああ、そっか。 学校には行かないといけないよな。
Completely forgot. Having lost my sense of purpose, I ended up thinking that I'd just carry on drifting through life as an empty shell.
俺には俺の生活があるもんな。何もやることがないなら、とりあえず学校に行くよ。
兄さん。
She gives me a doubtful look. My mind simply isn't capable of coming up with an excuse or an explanation right now. In the end, I leave the mansion without saying anything. The hours slip by without incident. I aimlessly take in the lesson of whatever class this is. I hear the sound of the chalk scraping away. I unconsciously jot down the formulas being hastily scrawled across the blackboard. Suddenly, I catch sight of the schoolyard through the window. I feel like I've done this before. There's no one there as you'd expect. What on earth am I doing? Why am I just sitting here, obediently attending classes? Can't believe I've gone back to my normal school life instead of searching for her. But I don't have the ways or means to find her. Know that she's erased herself from my life. There's no possibility I'll ever see her again. That's why it's certain I've truly lost her this time. Something on my desk makes a noise. It's nothing worth mentioning. It's only a mechanical pencil breaking from being gripped too hard. The lesson is over. As the hubbub in the classroom builds, I alone remain at my desk, as though still listening to the lecture.
殿、ちょっと来てください。
The physics teacher calls out to me from the podium.
はい、何ですか？
I reply and head to the podium.
ちょっとした確認です。最近夜遅くに繁華街の方で君を見かけたという報告が届いていました。
あります。ここ数日、深夜の街に用がありましたから。
おっと、本当でしたか。
Physics teacher frowns, but his expression then softens somewhat.
遠野が夜遊びする生徒でないことは知っていますが、職員会議で問題に上がっていてね。生徒指導部の先生方が遠野と話がしたいそうだ。そういったわけだから放課後は茶道室に行くように。
With a brief farewell, the teacher exits the classroom. It's now the end of the school day. I drop by the tea ceremony room, but the guidance and counselor is yet to arrive. Our school doesn't have a dedicated student counseling room. Counseling sessions usually take place in empty classrooms or the staff room, but sometimes they'll happen in a disused club room, as is the case today. Seems like the tea ceremony club was abolished quite some time ago. It's certainly true that it's not a club that's currently in vogue. Very telling. I sit down on the tatami and wait for the guidance counselor. If it's the fucking Noel, I'm gonna be like, ugh, so over it. Maybe it's Seal, I don't know. I bite my lip in frustration. Fully aware that I don't have time to be doing this. Even so, there's nothing else I can do. You can just leave. Club activities on hold and the end of the school day pushing for I can't speak! With the club activities on hold and the end of the school day pushed forward, the school building is becoming quieter by the minute. I'm about to go mad. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? I can't help but get angry at my own helplessness. But since there's no way to fix it, in the end I have no choice but to do as I'm told, like the husk that I am.
何やってるんだろう。
There's no answer. Suppressing my irritation, I continue to wait in the deserted club room for night to fall. Tick. Second hand of the clock ticks, informing me that it's just turned 6 o'clock. In the end, no one came to the tea ceremony room. School closes its gates at 4, and the teachers leave at 5, so at this point there's nobody else left in the school.
忘れられたかな?
In a way, I feel like this worked out well for me. It gave me a reason not to return to the mansion. It's not that I don't want to go back there, I simply just can't yet. I unfold my legs and stand up. This tea ceremony room isn't bad. My mind feels a bit clearer now that I've had the chance to reflect on things by myself like this. I've had plenty of time to think about what I should do and about what's important to me. Right now I should... Well, the third option's the dumbest option, that's for fucking sure. Well, I'm gonna search for my woman. I'm gonna find Arkwood. Even if the odds are stacked against me, I just can't get her out of my head. I won't stop searching until I find her. I can't stand the thought of her being all alone. And I'm definitely not gonna stand back and let her settle things by herself. I've made my decision. Now that I have, I can't waste any more time. I need to start searching the city for her at once, even if it means grasping at straws. Eerie. I don't like this. I walk down the deserted hallway. The fiery glow of the setting sun has dyed everything in a deep red. Sun sets quickly in autumn. The world will change in just a few minutes. Night is right around the corner. The sky above is already dark. The boundary between red and black. I exist within the nebulous moment in time that's neither day nor night.
Oh.
Looking up at the sky from the hallway, I notice something. The moon is already out. Its face a perfect, peerless circle. I forget myself for a moment and simply gaze up at it. A silver moon, as beautiful as a glass bas relief. A pure white visage, so vivid it feels like it could spill from the sky at any moment. I feel like I saw a moon like this back when I was a child. At the time I fell into a coma. Oh, are we finally learning about that? I feel a sudden pain from the scar on my chest. My heart is beating like crazy. I can feel my blood coursing through my body and my breathing is growing ragged. I place a hand on my chest. It comes away sticky. My uniform is stained a deep red. My scar is open and bleeding. Gasping for air. Chills running down my spine are cold as ice. Shivering so intensely it's as though my spine is trying to rip its way through my skin and escape. It's agony. Step. Mixed in with my heartbeat is another sharper sound.
Oh.
Someone's coming. Figure emerging from the depths of the hallway casts a long shadow across the floor. Their footsteps echo coldly as they advance. Something's wrong here. I don't sense the same tempestuous fury I felt from Vlav. The latent fear sending tremors through my entire body isn't coming from outside but from within. A flash of pain shoots through my skull. This pain, the sense of impending danger, they feel rooted within my own identity. I have a feeling that Tono Shiki should under no circumstance ever meet this person. I come to a halt. It's already too late to run. It'll be over if I turn around. Still breathing heavily, I take off my glasses. I unsheath the knife hidden in my pocket. Figure approaches, a tall man. The lines squirming around his body are surprisingly sparse and hard to make out. Yet at the same time, there's a point in his core, pulsating ominously. It beats rhythmically, like a heart, as if proclaiming his life underneath is on death. Whoops. I stop breathing. My mind is a mess of unanswered questions. I don't know this person. I don't, and yet I can't help but feel like he reminds me of someone. The man approaches. Just a little closer. I'll be able to get a good look at his face. Who does he remind me of? Who does he remind me of? Who does he remind me of? Who is it that I've forgotten? Your brother? The man stops as if to greet me. He's still a ways away. I can't make out his face, backlit as it is by the red light of the setting sun. But I can see his eyes. They glitter radiantly, like those of a serpent eyeing its prey.
私が思うに、人間の一生は主題のない本のようだ。
A resonant voice. Despite sounding so gentle, it sends a shiver down my spine. I don't think I've ever heard something so viscerally repulsive before. It makes me want to vomit.
本は片手につかめるほど小さく、紙は年月にかすむほど脆い。水に濡れる、火に炙られる。叱るに。
I ready my knife. I stoop down. Wait, you can see it right? Okay, yeah. Gauging the distance between us. My instincts tell me I have no time to think, no room for hesitation. However, my sense of reason's too stubborn. It prevents me from committing the urge to kill him, even if it's only for the span of a single breath.
君という個人もまた不出来なテクストに過ぎない。人生はあまりにも曖昧だ。その自覚はあるか。塔の式。
He don't like us, that's for sure. Dash forward. Oh my god, this music. I dash forward like a greyhound, bolting out the gate. Even knowing that it's already too late, I impatiently propel myself forward as fast as I possibly can. A display of physical ability I was unaware I was capable of. I close the 10 meters between us in a single breath, take aim at the man's lines, and sever. But as I feared, I was too late. Even though I managed all that in a single breath, this guy manages to slip behind me in the mere blink of an eye. Can't react in time. The man strikes my hand and snatches the knife away. Light shining blue, he stares straight at the lines on my body. It's as if I alone am moving in slow motion. The corners of his lips curl in a motion.
残念だった。死を見るのは何もお前だけの特権じゃ。
He aims my own knife back at me and swings it down. My spine locks up. My brain freezes. My body recalls the pain it felt when the same thing was done to it before long ago. So we didn't kill anyone? We were the one who got killed forever ago? Oh. Sound of rending flesh. The white steel pierces my chest as if slicing through paper. My body collapses. All the strength drains out. Did I get the bad end? And I crumple to the floor. As I fall, I look up at the man's face. What a guy. Stop me, Wiseau. I plunge into darkness. His face. I don't recognize his face. And yet I remember this rush of blood. It's because this guy, he's the exact same figure. He's the same blood-soaked boy that lay before me on that summer day long ago. I hit the ground with a thud. Strangely enough, there's no blood. I don't feel any pain. Knife remains lodged in my chest. My body temperature is dropping. My consciousness is fading. Slowly losing the ability to even move my body at all.
お前が殺された狩り。確かに返却した。もはや思い残すこともないだろう。噴書の時だ。どう式。
With this, you have repaid him in kind for having killed you. Surely you have no other regrets. Is he talking to Arclight? Also, why is Shiki capitalized? The man's addressing empty space. Or is he Shiki and we're not really Shiki? That's another thing. Oh, why did I forget about it until now? Back when I was a child, when I played in the gardens of the Tono Mansion, it was always myself, Akiha, and one other child. We were inseparable. Even when I played with Akiha, I was inviting her to join in with the two of us, so then why... Do we have a twin? Why had I forgotten his name up until now? His name's Shiki?
そうだよ、シキ。本当に久しぶりだ。まあ、いささか遅すぎたようだ。この体の持ち主、当の式はたった今消え去った。
Oh, so this is Roa and Shiki's and the other brother's old body. The man speaks. Our names may sound the same. Their spellings differ. Tono Shiki, 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 Akiha Shiki, Shiki, Akiha Shiki. Remember the words scratched to the gazebo. Oh, it just crashed. Okay. 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 Let me check something really quick. Tonoshiki and Tonoshiki. Yes, the power of capitalization. Of course there's an update to my stupid fucking graphics card. Why wouldn't there be? I'm still here. Yes, luckily my stream didn't crash. It was just the game. Well, time to do our handy dandy fast forwarding.
Soだよ。まあ、いささか。そうだ。私が君の目的だ。
Damn it.
この肉体に転生した吸血鬼、姫君の敵対者。
Yeah.
それも今夜限りの異名だ。
An unpleasant laugh, and the same unsettling feeling I experience looking at Blob. As my consciousness fades, I finally make the connection. This guy is Arco's enemy.
さて、そのナイフはもらっておこうか。じきに消え去る君には不必要なものだろう。
Roa reaches out for the knife stuck in my chest. Grasps it by the handle. It's clear that I'll die the instant he pulls it out. There's nothing I can do. My body won't move at all. I can't even blink. He's gone. Suddenly he vanishes from my field of view. In the same instant, a figure dressed in nun's clothing enters it. The one who smashed the third floor window and came tumbling inside is... Seal? Yeah, saw that coming. Hold on, I need to save again. I just feel like it's going crash.
でけん。
数秘門による来帝ですか。どうやら完全に入れ替わったようですね。
Senpai, that's right. This person's Seal. Although she'd already left, but here she is facing off against the vampire to protect me. Their abilities seem to be on par with each other. However, there's a caveat. Sun hasn't completely set yet. And then Rose suddenly bursts out laughing as if he just realized something. Shiki has Rose's old design here in the remake, the long-haired look. Oh. Also, I don't know why Seal doesn't have lines through her, but he does.
そうか、そういうことか、女。想定すらしていなかった。素晴らしい。それでこそだ。800年繰り返しての転生だ。一度や二度の特例がようやく発生したわけか。
Roa continues to cackle gleefully. Senpai simply glares back at the vampire in silence.
どうして？私を殺すためにやってきたのだ。それとも何か。やはり抜け殻には何もできないと。
Empty shell. Senpai doesn't respond. Instead, she turns away from the vampire and takes my full body in her arms.
ほう、私との因果を断つよ。その偽物の方が大
Karmic
事という
ties
こと。
that bind the two of us together. What is going on?
だが、
That
それ
imposter!
は無駄だぞ。彼はもう助からない。今まで党の士気が好き放題やってきたことをそのまま返してやったのだから、視線を裂かれた者にはどのような治療も無い。あの姫君でさえ蘇生するのに800年の歳月と引き換えにするしかなかった。
The sneering voice is the only thing I can make out. Senpai bites her lip, holding back the rage she feels towards that vampire. She stifles her urge to jump up and slay him right this instant. All of that, in order to protect me, cradled in her arms.
おう、承知しているよ。転生完了お疲れ様。この時を待ってたぜ。ようやく会えたな。バルダムよ。
I hear a child's voice emanating from Senpai's chest. Is that Mario's voice coming out of his speaker?
何者だ。随分と私に気安いようだ。
この町に派遣された司祭代行だよ。名前はマリオ・ジャッロ・ベスティーノ。てめえならこれで意味が通るだろう。ヘビ野郎。
ベスティーン。ラウレンティスの隠し子だ。そうか。まだ生きているとは驚きだ。そちらはそちらで愉快なことになっているね。
ああ、おかげさまでな。じいさんは今も正気じゃねえよ。で、どうなんだ？てめえ完全にバルダムヨンか？転生は成功したんだろうな。まだだったら遠慮はいらねえ。あと7日は教会からの支援は止めておくから。
改めなさい、司祭代行。それは教会への背信行為です。
小酒。てめえに言われたくはねえよ、シエ。つうか安心しろ。使徒は例外なくぶっ殺す。その前に拾っておかなきゃならねえお宝があってな。ジジイの密命といえばお利口なてめえも納得だ。で、どうなんだ赤社のヘビ。今回はちゃんと思い出したか。下脱の方はどこにある？
不老不死が必要なほど老いたのか、ラウレンティス。私は確かに書き残る。人のままでも完全な不老不死は実現しない。私の職を漁った盗人ども、この忠告を受け入れなかったのなら。
選ぶってんじゃねえよ。要は未完成のまま放置したってことじゃねえ。じゃああれか。ジジイが望むような不老不死は
残念ながら私の研究は魂の分野に切り替え、肉体に関する研究はそれこそ下手の横好きだ。理論だけで実際そんな不確かな儀式は魔術とは言
徒労だった。不老の解決法はない。せいぜい救う。
Oh, there's lines in Seal. Silence that falls is frightening. Even through his microphone, I can sense his disappointment, his despair, anger, hatred.
呪いと言ったな、バルダメ。
そう言った。あれらは私が開発した魔術機。魔術に疎い聖堂教会である。司祭代行であればその成り立ちは知らされている。
引き上げろシエル。仕留めるのはまた後だ。このヘビ野郎は数で潰す。
Still carrying me in her arms, she leaps up onto the sill of the shattered window. Man simply watches us go, a wry smile on his face.
構わん。立ち去るな。何分私は急ぐ。こうしてロアとして地上に出た以上、姫君はじきに訪れよう。歓迎の支度。念を入れなくてはいけないので。
Sunlight turns his back on the vampire and jumps at the third floor window. Seems she doesn't think anything of a 3-story fall. After alighting on the ground with a soft thud, she retreats from the school without looking back. As all this happens, I gaze back at the man, my eyes glazing over. He had the same name as the child in my memories, Tonoshiki. A human who had still been alive all this time has now been overwritten by the vampire known as Roa. Well, if Shiki was able to live after all this time, current Shiki probably can too, right? I mean, we're still alive right now. Still carrying me in her arms, Senpai makes a beeline for the mansion. I'm not sure what she's planning on doing here, but I can't see it going well. Knife is still lodged in my chest, and I'm definitely dying. If Akiha sees me like this, worried won't even begin to describe it. Shit, my voice won't come out. I want to tell her to stop, but it's taking all I have just to keep on breathing.
遠野くんは黙っていてください。大丈夫。妹さんならきっと遠野くんを助けることができるはずです。
Save me? It's impossible, Senpai. Been stabbed in the heart with a knife, and I've already lost all control of my body. There's nobody in the world who can save a person that's this close to death's door.
いいえ、できます。そうでなければ理屈が合いません。いいですか。彼女が塔の指揮を助けられなければ、そもそもあなたは7年前に死んでいます。
I'm gonna save again. I just got a feeling.
だからきっと今回もまだ間に合うはずなんです。
Senpai, what do you mean by?
もういいから黙っていてください。これ以上喋ると本当に持たないじゃないですか。
She kind of reminds me of Arkwood right now. She has a similar face. Her expression's stern. I've never seen anyone so angry before. I feel like I've done something very wrong, so I close my eyes. Well, whatever. It's actually getting rather hard to stay awake anyway. Did we run out of saves? Maybe we'll pause here. I can update my stupid fucking driver. This also seems to be the last chapter, probably. Well. Yeah, it seems like a lot will be at, like, basically, I think it'll basically be the end of the route. So, I think I'm gonna save that for next time so we can just finish it up. And then I guess I will do Seal's route, which will be interesting. But wow, I mean, I kind of had a feeling this was gonna happen. I'm not disappointed by it or anything. I never knew the connection between us and Seal though. No idea what he was talking about with that. Still not quite sure what happened when they were little. They also called us an imposter. Makes me think we were the one that was adopted. I don't really know though. Akiha apparently can save us. I don't know. Lots of questions, lots of stuff that happened. I'm sorry again for my issues while streaming, but I got a new error code, so who knows? Maybe that'll mean a better ending. We'll find out what's finally wrong with my computer, but yeah, well, quite a lot happened, but thank you guys so much for watching. It was fun as always. I'm excited to continue playing this game, and I'll see you guys next time. So, bye-bye!